Hi guys, welcome to Easy Peasy Twig Projects, and they are easy and peasy. My name is Elaine Olay, and I'm with my cohort Mary Stanley.
Hello.
And she and I are going to show you a couple of really cool nature projects that you can do at home. Kids love this stuff. It looks really cool when it's done, and the supplies are free. So these days, making projects with stones and rocks, with twigs, with tree slices, with leaves. There's so many cool nature art projects that are at your disposal. So we are going to show you 2 twig projects today. Not 1.
2.
There you go. All right. The first one is the Easy and the Peasy candle votive. There it is. This basically is a salsa jar that I cleaned really well, got all the salsa schmutz off of there.
I'm gonna hold it.
And Mary's gonna hold it. And basically, twigs from my backyard. And then I chose to finish it off with a piece of twine and a piece of wire twine to make like a little dragonfly bow on it. But you can finish it off any way you want to. And then once it's done, as you saw in the opening slide, I use these little battery-operated candles to put inside. Boop. And when you're sitting outside at night having your coffee, with your feet up, you can just enjoy the glow, look at that, of a beautiful candle votive. I like to leave spaces between so you can see the light coming through, but you can do it any way you want to. Right, Mare?
That's awesome. Yep.
Yep. So we're going to start with this dude. And Mary's going to be my handy-dandy gluer. You ready for action?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right. So
I guess I need the glue gun.
You do.
Okay.
You do. Now, the glue gun, the operative word there in the hot glue gun is
Hot.
hot. I don't know if you've ever used one, but if you're not careful and you get that glue on your fingers, yowza. So be very cautious while you're using it. You don't want to put your hands directly on the glue. But it dries so fast, and that's why it's perfect for this kind of a project. So you can spin it as you go, and each piece adheres kind of instantly. All right, so for this one, I cheated, and I pre-cut some pieces. You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
They're all basically the same size.
Okay.
They don't have to be the same width or diameter. They can be chunky monkey. Where am I? There I am. They can be chunky ones or very, very thin ones. And actually a combination of the two looks really cool too. So whatever your eye likes. So Mary has another salsa jar. I'm sensing a trend. So what we're going to do here,
You
Mary.
must like salsa.
I do like salsa. We're going to cheat, and we're going to go like that so it doesn't roll around on you.
Okay.
All right? So Mary's going to run a bead of hot glue, and then you don't want to wait too long because it will start to harden. And then you're just going to place.
Like that?
That was so hard.
Look at that.
That bordered on easy and peasy.
All right, so just a little, like how big of a space?
Far of a space as you want.
That might be too close.
It's all good. See, these are kind of sort of touching somewhere, but then again, they don't have to be. Whatever you like. Look at that. So the only rule here is that you don't want your pieces to extend past the bottom of the jar or it will sit wonky. So you want to make sure that your pieces just come close to the bottom. And then I cut them short enough to leave this rim at the top where the thread is, and then that's where I wrap the twine around because I like the look of that. You don't have to do that, but whatever makes you happy. Mary is rocking and rolling.
I'm good at this.
You are good at that.
I'm just saying.
Kids
Look
love
at
this kind of
that.
stuff too because it's so gratifying and it's so easy. And all it cost me was a jar of salsa, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and a hot glue gun stick. That's all it costs. So really fun project for the summers or while you have your kids at home right now. It's a great art project to have them conquer. So that was an old piece that was stuck on there. So we don't need to go all the way around. That gives you
Okay.
an idea. You will follow all the way around the jar, and then when you're done, it's ready to go ahead and wrap your twine around the top and
What if-
make you a little thing.
What if they want to use a low heat glue gun?
You can
Can
do
they
that.
do that too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, that works too.
All right.
And then we have these lovely pruners here that if you have pieces that are just too big, you can take these and give them a little snippy, and it cuts it right off. Just make sure you keep that closed when you're not using it. That's easy and peasy, isn't it,
Okay,
Mary?
yeah, that's
All
super
right.
simple.
I would say, are there any questions? But I can't answer you. So if you do have questions, you can email us at Henrico Parks, and we will answer them for you. All right, so I'm gonna put these inside the jar. We're gonna move on to our next project. Let's get rid of these. Mary,
still need a hot glue gun?
Are you ready for this? Yeah, no, you don't need that anymore. You can push it right over there. And I'm gonna go like this. All right. Now I want everybody to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Don't peek. Are they looking? Are they looking?
No, they're not looking. Eyes are
Ooh,
closed.
he shut them down. He shut them down.
Eyes are closed.
Everybody got your eyes closed?
Here we go.
All right, on 3.
Ready,
1,
set,
2.5,
go.
3. Love. Guess what these are made out of? Twigs. It's true. Love this because what a message, and what a message we need right now, right? So these are so much fun to do. You can do words, you can do, for your kids' room, you can do their initials, you can do anything. All you need is a piece of cardboard that I just cut the shape out. I used the little square, T-square. If you want to make it real straight and square, you can do that, or you can just freehand something on there. The only thing I do suggest is you make sure that your design is thick enough that you can fit at least a handful of twigs across there, or else it'll just kind of look skimpy.
Yes.
So, I expect thoroughly that everyone will have love on their walls next week. But for today, my friend Mary is going to make something else.
What are we gonna make? I'm gonna use a piece of paper.
Bam! Because Mary is a star. You need another piece, don't you?
Yeah. Sure.
All right. So I kind of freehanded a star. You can tell because it's a little wonky, but that's okay. I am too. So I pre-cut a bunch of twigs. Now, when you go out in your yard and you're picking up twigs to either throw out or to make a fire with in your outdoor fire pit, you'll notice that they're all kind of, they bend and they're weird shapes. So for this kind of a project, you want to try to find the straightest parts of the twig. Like this dude is pretty straight. So I went through and nipped all the twigs I had and tried to save the straightest parts that I could. Some of them are sort of straight, but it's okay.
That's okay.
Because it gives it depth and
It's
interest.
all good.
And then I have thick ones and I have skinny ones. So what I like to do, obviously with these letters, I like to do them all in one direction because it kind of flows. It looks really neat that way. And I think that's what Mary's going to do with the star.
So, do we use tacky glue or hot glue? Or could you do either?
That's such a good question. You can do either, but because this is flat, you can use regular tacky glue because it's not going to roll or fall off while you're working on it. And it's probably easier to work with this, and it doesn't pose a threat to burning your fingers. So, Mary's going to figure out how she wants to lay her twigs.
Oh dear.
And run a bead, oh dear,
Oh dear.
and run a bead where she's going to lay her first row. Look at that. She's going with the straight across technique. Look at that technique of glue distribution.
No, and I'm just gonna make a couple lines.
Mary's
Is this
going
okay?
for it. That's beautiful.
Okay.
Oh, she's really going for it. Okay. Go on.
I'm just pre-gluing some.
Okay. So with these, unless you want to see cardboard behind your twigs, you want to place them as close together as you can. And you'll note that some of these guys have like little twiggies coming out the side of them. And that might be hard to fit them tight together, so I would just turn it so that twiggy part is up and it won't be in your way. And you just want to place them on there, close to the edge. Look at that. It's beautiful already, Mary.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
And if it's the wrong size, you just use your pruners to cut it to the size that you want. Now, if you've got your kids working on this, obviously you want to supervise pruner use because these guys are sharp and you don't want anybody cutting themselves while they're doing a fun art project. Takes all the fun out. Mary, that is beautiful. Look at that.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, look, here's a good one.
I sacrificed all my kindling for this project.
I'm gonna
Oh,
cheat.
see, you're going to use that length.
It's not straight, but that's okay.
What
You
you
know
can do
what?
is flip them the other way. Or that. Look at you, making it happen. If you don't like the way it fits, nip it.
There we go.
And you made it work. Very good, very good. So Mary's going to go ahead and glue the rest of her glue down and get those done. But basically, that's all there is to it. You're just going to adhere each piece to it as you go, and then you want to let it sit. I think this glue dries quicker than a lot of the glues. So if you just let it sit for maybe a few hours, it'll probably be dry enough to be able to hang. And what you can do is buy some picture hangers, the little ones with the teeth on them, and you can glue that onto the back of your piece, like that, and then you can hang them on your wall. So you can display your messages, you can hang your star like a patriot, and hopefully, yeah, that's beautiful. See how easy that is?
So you just keep going and keep going.
You just keep going. And you can use really bigger pieces too if you want it to be quicker, or if you like the look of chunky wood, you can do that too. You are good at this, Mary.
You just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
This is relaxing.
And some twigs are a lot harder to cut than others if the wood is a hardwood. So you just have to kind of be patient as you go. Just be careful while you're using the pruners. And you just keep on going until you cover the whole star.
Do you want me to cover the whole star?
Not today, Mary.
Okay.
But this gives folks a good idea of how easy and peasy it is to do. And you can, once it's done, if you have a gap, you can take a little bitty piece, fill the gap, just cover the whole thing with the twigs. You're going to keep doing this until you go to bed tonight,
I like
aren't you?
this.
All right, well, I'm going to go home after this, but Mary's going to stay and keep gluing. So I want to thank all you guys for coming today and joining us for Easy Peasy Twig Projects. Stay tuned because more is coming down the road. We're going to use stones, we're going to use leaves, we're going to use everything that drops off the planet.
Acorns.
Join us back again. And acorns. Join us back again next time, guys. Thank you.
Bye.